All right, today I'm gonna give you guys more details on one of my most popular and easy to rent items that makes me hundreds of dollars a week. Just more detail on the cotton candy machine. Yesterday I posted a video that my snack machines are some of the most popular items to rent and they're very easy to do, and you guys wanted more details, so let's do that today. Hi, I'm Emily, I get paid to party. I run a handful of party service businesses out of my house. Follow along if you would like to do the same thing. Okay, so yesterday you guys said you definitely wanted more information on each item, so let's do that today. First and foremost, this is my cotton candy machine, but I have like 4 different cotton candy machines. They're not all the same brand. If you want to see the brands and the details and the pricing differences, at the link in my bio, there is an Amazon storefront and you can see all the products I rent out there and pricing and all the details. Those are affiliate links, just so you know. But I've had good luck with actually all of my cotton candy machines, so any of them I have linked on there have worked out well for me. Okay, so people want to know details about renting these out. First and foremost, I want to show you the documents that I send with a cotton candy machine. You're going to always send your instructions, and this is the manufacturer's instructions on how to use this machine. It's very important that you send the manufacturer's instructions because it talks about power and voltage use specifically for their machine, which I know most people ignore, but you want it in writing just in case. And it's important to send the instructions because if you don't, you are going to get calls, texts, emails all weekend long of people wanting to know how to operate the machine. So always send the instructions. I do always have people that are like, can I buy the instructions from you? You want to send the specific ones that come with your machine. So when you buy your new machine, take the instructions and make multiple copies so that you have a master copy. And then I always suggest laminating them because that helps them come back in much better shape so you're not having to print them out every single time. So that's the first document I send is the instructions, and it also has cleaning instructions on there, which is important so that people know how to clean the machine properly. So there's the first thing. Then I will send out a cotton candy checklist, which is just, it's a list of all of the things that are in the tub and the things that they don't have to return that they're going to use versus the things that they do need to return, because it never fails. People always forget to include like the metal scoop or the metal spoon, something like that. So when you have a checklist, it helps them know what to return. Okay, then I do a cleaning disclaimer, which lets them know that because we are DIY, the expectation, they're saving money on these rentals because it's DIY, but that means that they have to return the items cleaned. And so that's a disclaimer that just lets them know that they need to read the instructions and return the items clean. If not, they're subject to a cleaning fee. Then we do another disclaimer letting them know that all of our concession equipment is cleaned in between each use, but we also always suggest they do a light cleaning themselves to ensure that it meets their safety standards. And then last, although I always put this at the top of the stack, is a warning. That lets them know that this item gets extremely hot. It's for adult use only. Adult supervision should be around it at all times, all those things. I think the disclaimers and warnings and those things are very important for liability. All of these things are available at my Etsy store if you want to just use our disclaimers, our cleaning disclosures, any of that stuff. They're all available at my Etsy store for just a couple of bucks. The other thing that's there that you don't want to forget about is your rental contract. We have our party rental contract there that covers all of the stipulations you want covered for rental equipment. So that's all there. Okay, now, when they rent the cotton candy machine, we put it in a giant tub like this, a plastic tub. Set it down in there. I've got a lid that goes on top, and then I have a small tub that I include the servings. If they want to rent the cotton candy machine, it starts at $50. If they want all the stuff for the servings, then we're going to do a per serving fee on top of that. So some people just want to rent it and they want to buy their own stuff. The majority of people want you to include everything so they don't have to go buy their stuff. So this is what it looks like if we're providing the stuff. I have a little tub. It's going to have their cones, the paper cones that the cotton candy is wrapped around, obviously. We have the floss sugar spoon, and that's because the bowl in the middle where you pour this gets really hot. So you want a long spoon so they don't have to get close to the heat. I also include plastic gloves. And then the last thing is the floss sugar, which is the sugar they use to make the cotton candy. This point is very important, but you need to do your own due diligence on what your state or county requires. Here in Arizona, if you want to rent candy machines, snack machines, and you want to give the stuff to make the servings, but you don't want to have to be certified through the health department and have a permit with them and do inspections and all that, then you have to give any sort of food grade materials that are pre-packaged with the nutrition labels on there and that they are sealed. So see, this is gonna be sealed from the manufacturer like this. If I give stuff this way, that means I don't have to be certified or permitted through the health department because I'm not making or preparing any food product. It comes like this. I know some people have asked, like, can I buy the floss sugar in the big tubs? If you buy it in the big tubs and you portion it out, it's much cheaper per serving. But here in Arizona, you cannot because that does not pass the test for not needing permitting through the health department. So this is a little bit more expensive, but I buy them in these smaller containers. This is 8.5 ounces, so this is technically 8 to 9 servings. It does cost more, but I just pass that cost on to the customer because they want the stuff to make the cotton candy and they don't want to buy it themselves. So that's how I do that without having to have the health department. Okay, I will do another part for the popcorn machine and the cotton or the snow cone machine, but ask me any questions you've got about the cotton candy.